my daughter gives birth, the more your own children buy. The more Judy Austin gives birth for your Edochie, the more your children, the children of Queen, go down one after the other. My wonderful and amazing people. Mama Juju Ekwensu romancing mommy water, who is at Umoji, challenged Queen because Queen says no to polygamy. The family of Mogalo, the entire family of Mogalo, Judy Austin, sister, mother, father, brother, they came after Queen May with Yul Edochie just because they want to take over what belongs to Queen May's children. And when Queen May refused and moved into courtroom for protection, for safety, Mama Juju Ekwensu romancing mommy water, who is at Umoji preparing terms for Juju Ekwensu often and on, challenged Queen May. She opened her gutter mouth and told Queen May on a telephone conversation with Queen May and the sister. You can imagine, all of them begin to call Queen May one after the other. She told Queen May that as long as her daughter Juju Ekwensu keeps giving birth, the more she gives birth, the more children of Queen May buy. This happened after the RIP of Kambilichukwu. My wonderful and amazing people. The issue between Yul Edochie, Juju Ekwensu, and Queen May is long. So many of them was not even in the media. There are some things that happen behind the camera that we refuses to bring out here because we are busy facing what we see on the media, what we see Juju Ekwensu and Yul Edochie display on the media. The attack they gave to this woman, Queen May, what Queen May passed through in the hand of Yul Edochie, Juju Ekwensu, and the entire family is unquantifiable. Even the children of Queen May. Is that the threat? From the entire Mogalo family to Queen May, to children, it is too much. It was much. That is why when I see some people telling Queen May to go back to the husband, forgive the husband, go back, I would be thinking, on what basis will she trust this man again? Do you want her to be a prey to Juju Ekwensu and Mogalo family? Because the way they came after her was much. My people, in this video, I am going to expose to everyone how Juju Ekwensu and the mother, the sister, came after Queen May, even right at Aja mansion. All these aggravated immediately Queen May sued for peaceful dissolution of marriage. They thought that it was a joke. Even Sapit Edochie couldn't believe it because Queen May endured listening to Papit Edochie telling her to hold on. My son will return back to his senses. Hold on. For how long will she continue to hold on? And upon holding on, her son bear RIP. And Queen May told them, the day Kambilichukwu was buried, that is the day her marriage with their son, Yul Edochie, is buried. My people, that was when the battle line was drawn. The battle started immediately. Yul Edochie and Juju Ekwensu romancing mommy water teamed up with the sister, Augusta, and the mother, Edith, to attack Queen May. They come to the extent of attacking the children of Queen May. They increase the rate of phone calling. You can imagine Juju Ekwensu's sister calling Queen May, threatening Queen May. Juju Ekwensu's mother speaking on the background, telling Juju Ekwensu's sister Augusta what to tell Queen May. They kept on threatening her, telling her that she must leave the house for their daughter. Can you imagine the audacity? That was much. All they want is what belongs to Queen May's children. I am going to show you people and read for you some of the things that happen outside social media that even aggravated to the pains of Queen Edochie, that gave her the mind. Some people will come to the media saying that, like Pete Edochie and Yul Edochie, saying that it was because of the friends of Queen May that is making her not to give a listening ear to Yul Edochie. No, Queen May is not a baby. When you see things that happen within you, around you, with you, it will give you a room to take a perfect decision that will suit your life. And that is exactly what Queen May has done. My wonderful and amazing people, a lot happened. And it became worse immediately after the RIP of Kambilichuku. That RIP of Kambilichuku, what happened and what transpired, gave Queen May the liver, the heart to move on, the heart to pick up her broken parts. When she looked around herself, seeing how she went down immediately. Is it depression? Is it the attack? Physical attack? Spiritual attack? Challenges upon her life? The death, the pains of the RIP of the son? When she looked on the faces of the remaining 3 children, she said, no, if I continue to wail in my pain, they will also continue to do whatever they do. And these children, what will be their fate? Their father has moved on with another woman. Their father has abandoned them. So if I continue in this, what will be the fate of these children? So it's better I pick up my broken parts and stand strong for these children. That is exactly what Queen May did. And on that decision, it did not go well with Yul Edochie, with Pete Edochie, with the entire family of Edochie, with Judy Austin and the family. Because all they wanted her is to stay and accept polygamy so that they can unleash their evil and send her to the other side of the world, then take over everything that she worked for. On that note, she picked courage immediately and stood. Move into therapist. They handled her medically, her mental health, everything about her head. She became strong. My people, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy for one person to face such challenges. No help. No help from anyone. Is it the way Pete Edochie was mounting on her? Is it Yul Edochie? Is it Judy and the family? A whole lot happened. Could you imagine that even after she got restraining order from the court, Yul Edochie carried Judy into Aja mansion with his ravaging voice, shouting on top of his voice, hitting on the gate while Juju Kwensu was with him inside car. My people, a lot happened. But before I continue this gist, I would love to welcome you all to watch this video. I greet you all and I welcome you all back to our channel, sjemere. Please, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, sjemere, I beg on you. Please, my lovely fans, click on subscription button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, sjemere, like and share our videos, and also on your notification button so that you will be notified when next we drop a new updates. And for those of you, my wonderful and amazing followers and subscribers, my returning subscribers, God bless you all. I pray this year 2025, your own will never spoil in Jesus' name. Amen. So, my wonderful and amazing people, according to all that happened after RIP of Kambilichuku, Mary being May Edochie, after a long 9 months, Mary stepped out from the courthouse. The weight of the morning pressing on her chest like boulder she couldn't shake off the mourning of her son. The air felt too thin, the chatter of strangers too loud. Facing Yule again had been harder than she expected. His voice, calm and convincing as ever, had filled the courtroom with the same manipulation she had once mistaken for a reason. Yule had asked the judge to dissolve the proceedings again. "We can fix this within the family," he said, echoing Papi's old command, a warning wrapped in tradition. But Mary could go back, not after everything that had happened. Yule had already crossed every line. The children's inheritance, their safety, their future had vanished, lost in his reckless dealing with a family that refused to let her or her children live in peace, the family of Judy. Now Yule called constantly, his voice desperate, pleading. He wanted her to stay. She said, "To stay?" Mary wondered how she could say that. How a man who watched their lives fall apart could still be begging her to return. They had buried a child, and the others were still shattered, trying to find pieces of themselves amid the wreckage. And yet, his concern was making Judy happy. Daniela, who is the eldest of the children of Edochie, had cried for weeks. Then one morning she stopped. She started wearing a mask, calm, strong, growing up, too strong, just to cover up her face. Too growing up. It frightened Mary to see that kind of silence in her children's eyes, more especially Daniela. Carl had gone the other way. That's Cambridge, sorry, had gone the other way. Cold, distant, retreating into himself. Until that day, the day you became banging on the gate of Aja Mansion with Judy at his side. The echo of mental and rage had riped through the compound. You shouting filled the air. His words slurred with anger and something dark. Judy stood behind him, silent but smug, watching Carl stormed out before Mary could stop him. His voice deep, trembling with fury, carried through the house. "Papa, face me like a man," Carl shouted. "Stop bullying my mother. Stop bringing strangers to our home." Mary's heart pounded as she ran outside to stop Carl. This is too much. Carl stood beyond the gate, fist clenched, his face red with fury. Yule and Judy screamed back from the other side, the words dissolving into profanity and threat. She pulled Carl back, that's Mary the mother, pulled Carl back with her hands shaking. It was much, and whispered to no one, "Yule is not human anymore." The way his voice was raging everywhere, the way he was shouting, and the threats, he said, "Yule is no more human," to himself. For a moment, the world went still, the kind of silence that hums before something breaks. The chaos never lets up. Yu's call came like a metronome, steady, patience bleeding, each one a tiny rope he tried to throw her way, that he tried to throw on the way of Kweme, begging her to stay while his steed pulled the house from under their feet. He wanted the property, so when even the court has not gotten into property sharing, Edochie wanted the property sold, the money split into two, as if the inheritance could be divided neatly with 3 children involved. But the judge refused. It was her house, built with her hands, not his. Mary knew where the truth rot began. Judy, her sister Augusta, calls where Judy's sister Augusta calls to Mary, was trembling, coming furiously every now and then. It was like a drumbeat of menace. Her voice slick with threat, giving ultimatums, hurling names that strike like star to the ears of Mary. They wanted what belongs to her children and would stop at nothing to take it. Mary had tried to keep peace. She could told you he was free to love and marry whoever he wished, but she would not let strangers drag chaos through them and the family. But would not let strangers drag chaos through her children's life, and that refusal only fueled Judy's fury. Can you imagine? The final blow came in a voice she never expected to hear, like a blade. Judy's mother, Edith, as my daughter has more children, that is how all your children will perish one by one. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Hey, this is too much. So the words hollowed her out. Fear rose like cold water in her chest, and she retreated to prayer. Hands clenched so tight, her knuckles ached. Still, prayer alone would not hold off this storm. She could not let them break what little family remained. Then the storm changed shape. It no longer came from Yu's voice or Judy's threat. It came from everywhere online. Every corner of the internet seems to whisper her name. The lie spread like smoke, thick and choking. Blogs shared her blog she had never heard of began to carry her story, twisted and poisoned. Each post carried new insults, new slurs. Each comment, another faceless strangers joining the hunt. Judy and her family poured venom into every corner they could reach. Personal attack, threat of death, words meant to shred what was left of her dignity. It was a campaign, relentless and cruel, and Mary could only wonder, when would it stop? All this, all of it, because she wanted to leave, because she refused to bow to their polygamy. She stared at her phone, the messages still lighting up the screen. They keep on sending her videos of you and Judy. You and Judy keep on sending her their videos, sending the video of Star Dike, telling her, look at the heady child. Can't you see that the boy is so handsome? Threatening her with words that torment the soul. All because she said she don't want to be counted among the wife. She don't want to be cajoled into polygamy. They forced her to stay and she said no. The few years she stayed caused her pain. A pain that can never be removed from her heart. she lost the child, and she said that was the day the marriage between her and Edochie was buried. But why all this attack from all corners? The words that break her was Judy's mother's voice through a telephone conversation with Augusta, who called Queen, and her mother was speaking that the more her daughter keeps giving birth, the more Queen May's children keep dying one after the other. What a threat. All this gave Queen May mind to move on. Because the way the entire family came because of her jam mansion, they want to share what is left for her children. A building she built on her own single-handedly. My people, I don't want this video to be too long, but I got to drop it here. Share this video, share as many as you can, and drop your constructive opinion on the comment section. And tell me on what basis should Queen May forgive you Edochie and take him back, as he's going around begging everyone, pleading on forgiveness and for and for reconciliation, for the matter to be brought out of the court for family settlement. Do you think that it is possible at this point? I don't think. Drop your opinion on the comment section. See you in my next update. God bless you all. Thanks for watching.